guys, welcome! Hope you're having a good day. So, we're going to be making some wine. Oh yes, some mixed summer fruit wine. This in fact. Now you will notice that this bag is kind of small. Here is a kilo bag and there is 500 grams. That's what we're going to be brewing with. Though you can add more if you choose. I'm going to put these away because this is for something else. Wow. So we are only going to be using 500 grams to create our gallon batch of wine. Now, usually when we're creating a fruity wine of some description, we either go down trying to make it taste like a commercial wine, or we go down the making it taste fruity. This is a fruity, easy drinking wine. Especially if you have a partner in your life, this stuff is going to be pretty fantastic for them. They will love it. And it's really cheap to do. This bag came from Aldi. Lovely, lovely. It's even labelled so I don't get them mixed up. And it cost me £1.50 for a 500 gram bag. Kilo of sugar has gone up to 62p or 69 depending on where you go. But we're not going to be using the whole kilo. Only 700 grams. Because, well, this is supposed to be a light wine, so we've got to balance the alcohol with the flavours and the taste. If you want to, you can, of course, add more sugar in. It's really up to you. But we're going for a nice, easy drinking, somewhere around the 7 or 8% mark. Lovely, lovely. So, let's get set up and let's do this. So to start off with, we don't really need that much. We need something that doesn't melt when we add boiling water to it. In my case, a large stock pan. We need boiled water. Lovely, lovely. We're going to need our summer fruits, something to open it with if you're feeling lazy. And I'm going to be using a stick blender. This is because it's easy. If you have a masher, you could use one of them. It's really up to you, or you could steep it for a longer time. But we don't have to, so I'm going to blend it. So step one, sterilize. Using the boiling water. Here we go. The stick blender is now sterilized. Now we're going to take our summer fruits that are already frozen and open them up. Looking good. And our summer fruit mixture is raspberries, blackberries, red currants and black currants. Now in it goes. Looking lovely. Smells so good. And now we can add the rest of our boiling water in. Now it's not really important how much boiling water you use. Mine is about 1.5 litres of boiled water. It's just to sterilize the fruits and also our equipment. It's looking pretty good in here already. So I'm just going to put this down and we're going to do some blending. So pretty much everything is set up to blend. Now, like I said, the blending just speeds things up, so you don't have to spend days steeping, because basically we're making a fruit tea without the tea. Get on there. So a quick blend just to break up the fruits. Oh yeah, help if I switch it on, wouldn't it? Let's try that again. Oh yeah. There we go, and I only spilt a little bit on the side. Tastes not bad. So we just have to leave this to cool down now, and that is going to be our steeping time. So it should take about 1 hour. So I will see you in an hour's time. An hour and a half has passed, and now it's time to put it into our demijohn. So I've gone ahead and I've sterilized my demijohn using bleach and dish soap. And scorched everything so it's all sterilized. Well, as sterilized as it's going to be. So let's open it up. Smells fresh but not bleachy. So I've got myself some pectolase and some yeast nutrient, and we're going to add them in now. Cheeky teaspoon of our yeast nutrient, because we want a good fermentation, and also a cheeky teaspoon of pectolase. This is because I want the end wine to be clear. Check me going all fancy. You don't have to add pectolase if you don't want to, or you don't have it. Just means it will be a bit hazy. Oh well. So, On goes our sterile funnel and our sieve to collect the particulates. Now if you're brewing in a bucket, you don't have to do this step, you can just brew it on the pulp, but bits in a demijohn normally ends up puking everywhere. We don't want that. So let's put it in. Dun, da, da. Right. This is just going to take a second to sieve through all the bits, and I'll come back in a minute. So I've finished sieving all of the lovely berry pulp, and there's not a lot left in the way of berry pulp, but still enough that you don't want it in your demijohn. So I'm just going to go through and rinse off. Oh yes, the last little bit, and run that through using cold water. My kettle has already been boiled, so it is sterilized. Just get in this lovely red jus. Oh yeah. Now we can get rid of all of this stuff. It is not needed. Now to the fun bit. So into our demijohn goes 700 grams of sugar. It should be about right. I actually measured 300 grams and then removed it. So in goes our sugar. It's easier to do it before we top it all up to the top, because as you can tell, the sugar displaces a bit of the water. So now let's top it up with some cold water. Yeah, about there. Now I'm going to stick the lid on and give it a good shake to mix in the sugar. So I've shaken it until all the sugar has been dissolved. So let's put in the sterile hydrometer and see what the potential alcohol should be. Just give it a second. Right, so our hydrometer has settled out and it is reading 1.060, which is roughly, if it ferments to dryness, about 9.5%. Just under 10, 9 3/4. Let's give it a try. Tastes like berries. Non-offensive and very, very cheap. So the yeast that I'm going to use, because I can, is an all-purpose red yeast. Brings out more berry flavour. If you don't have it, just use a universal wine yeast, or whatever yeast you can be bothered with. I can't open it. There we go. And then just give it a light caressing, a sprinkle. Oh no, there we go. Of our yeast. Then we just pop the cap on and give it a little, just a little turn like that. And that's us done. So this should take around 3-ish weeks, call it a month. And then we'll come back and we should have some lovely, easy drinking, fruity wine. Sounds pretty good. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to check out some of the other ones, and well, subscribe if you feel like it. Carry on homebrewing, guys. See you later. So I just want to take a second to thank my patrons. They're helping me grow the channel, upgrade my equipment, all of that fantastic stuff. And as a thank you to them and for future patrons, I also do 4 Patreon-only videos per month. So it's pretty handy if you want a little bit extra. So there's some other links to videos down below, and of course the Patreon and subscribe button. Don't forget to check those out. See ya.